Hi YouTube, Muscleman1953 here. Today I wanted to talk about the Connecticut genocide incident. First off, my prayers and condolences go out to everyone affected in the tragedy, especially the families of the elementary school children and the families of the faculty members of that elementary school, and to everyone else that may have family in Oregon that was affected by the mall shooting, and everyone that has family in Connecticut that was affected by this great tragedy in our time. Now, one thing is, yes, it is one of the most gut-wrenching tragedies of our time, but as hard as it may be to imagine, there is a silver lining in every cloud, which is one of the philosophies I try to live by in my life, and it's extremely hard to see at times, but the silver lining in this, which I think is what we need to choose to change our focus to from that tragedy to the silver lining, which is this. This is a lesson to us of why we should be grateful, love our families more than we do, and try to sell our domestic problems. Now, a lot of people say they have it hard, they don't have a job, they don't have a girlfriend, they are virgins, whatever. Honestly, I really doubt that there's anyone in this world heartless enough and selfish enough to think that they are the people with the biggest problems in this world right now. Those people are not going to have to wake up on Christmas morning and look in their tree with presents they bought for their children that are 5 or 7 or 10 or between those three ages, and realize that they don't get to give the children that they loved with all their hearts those presents that they bought for them. They're not going to get to see their child's wedding, not get to take pictures for prom, or send them off to school or high school, see them graduate from college. None of those time-honored traditions that most parents get to see. And it's just a huge lesson to teach us why we need to be more grateful and thankful of what we have. We're blessed every day with life and freedom. And although it doesn't seem like it, we are protected. Now, are there things that the government could do to protect us more? Of course they are. But right now, we need to think about what we can do, not only for ourselves, but for those less fortunate. Honestly, just think for 1 second of something that you could do for someone. It could be something that's not even all that expensive. Okay, this may come off as a little cheesy, and I don't own any rights to the movie Evan Almighty. I give all the rights to the producers of that film and the company that helped to make that film. But at the end of that movie, Evan Almighty, with Steve Carell and Morgan Freeman, there is a good life lesson. Morgan Freeman is acting as God. He's asking Evan Almighty, that's played by Steve Carell, how do we change the world? Now in the movie, he's asking Evan to build an ark at the beginning, but Evan doesn't really understand why he was chosen for this task. At the end of the movie, God writes ark into the sand by a tree, and God's answering that question with this. He's using ARK as an acronym. ARK as in one act of random kindness at a time, which I think is the life lesson we could all use. One thing that may be meaningless to us may not be meaningless to a person that we show our one random act of kindness to another. You could buy food for another person, even though it's not that much money to you. For them, it may be the only amount of food that they've had for that day. So yeah, like I said, this is a very dark time It's definitely one that's going to hit us for a while, especially when it's supposed to be a happy time of year in December, close to Christmas. Sorry, tearing up a little bit. But yeah, just something to think about, why we should be thankful. And again, all my prayers and condolences to the families. And what I would ask everyone to do, as I am going to do, is do whatever I can to help the people that lost their families, their children, and everyone that is affected by this in any way I can. You don't even have to do anything big. You can say a prayer, write a letter, and just do whatever you can. Like, no matter how big or how small, it may be worth the whole world to the people that are affected by this tragedy. So yeah, I guess I'll be signing off now. Muscleman1953 out. Happy holidays.